You're not gonna believe this. Shit.
Even I don't know what you found. You found some black bags, buddy. At least we're out of the swamp. Oh. Alright. Nice. Well camouflaged. Let's have a look. Do we have any proteins over here? Empty can. What the hell was that? I wish I could open these bags. Oh, show me something. Empty cans. No. Anything out here? Well, let's go in. Holy fuck. Everything just keeps getting weirder. All this equipment, where did it come from? The map ends at this... note, isn't it? See note? But I must take a chance and dive. I have to find her. What? We've been there. Nothing was added? Ah, here we go. Examine painted rock. Find better climbing equipment. So... that's where the painting is. We need to get into there. Don't know where that goes. But we need to get in there. The brew's probably there. We need some climbing equipment to go over there somewhere. Probably to there. Maybe that's where we make the brew. And this looks like... is this... I don't know what the hell this is. Some kind of Breaking Bad shit going on. This bow and arrow feels... so out of place here. Can I put... wait there. Let me put it on. Put it on. Come on, we've all seen this movie. No, we're just going to risk it. Okay. Get away from me! This is the samples, right? Infected blood sample. What is going on?
Dr. Smith, report number 27. Observations on Guanabana. A small tree in the Annonaceae family. Yellow and green.
Okay, so this goes here. Now I just need the right sample.
What the hell? Did that just... how did that cut off the audio recorder? I want to... some voodoo stuff going on here. Test sample? I'll play that again.
Smith, report number 27. Observations on Guanabana. A small tree in the Annonaceae family.
Yep, tripping balls.
Yellow and green
Brew.
heart-shaped flowers. Oval fruits, up to 12 inches long, weighing on average 2.2 pounds. Covered in dark green skin with soft prickles, white creamy flesh with black seeds. Distinctive characteristics, very tasty. I've collected samples of fruits, leaves, and bark. As with many other species, the natives use the guanabana fruit to make anti-parasite brews. I must repeat some tests to be sure, but so far, the evidence for antiviral, antibacterial, and even antidepressant properties is very promising. I'm not sure if I should get our hopes up, but some of the plant's substances can even destroy cancer cells. I want to keep my professional cool, but for the first time, I feel that we are actually close to discovering what we're looking for.
Ah.
Out of all the potential samples studied so far, I recommend conducting a thorough analysis on guanabana first. End of report.
Alright, well, judging from this, we know the guanabana, Raceamaria. Oh, is it all those together? Specimen list. AO1S12. Alright, let's put the Psychotria in there. What have you got to say for yourself?
Dr. Smith, report number 26. Observations on Quassia amara. A shrub from the Samarubaceae family with compound inflorescence and small, long, intensely red leaves.
Yeah.
Distinctive characteristics. Its flower contains chemical compounds, quasin, among
Oh,
others.
isn't that... Yeah, we need
which
the
make
other
this
one.
shrub
I'll try
one of the
this.
most bitter plants
See what it
in the
says.
world. The natives use it to make a brew for fevers and pain. Unfortunately, aside from this usage, I haven't found evidence of any other medicinal properties.
Cool.
Apart from its terrible taste, the plant doesn't have any other distinguishable features. Of course, a sample along with full biochemical analysis will be included in the nearest transport. End of report.
Alright. We need that crassaria. Right? GW sample, burn, do not touch. Anything out here? Regarding complaints, Dr. Smith, we are aware of Dr. Higgins' difficult personality, but we'd like to remind you that it is impossible to continue the research without him. The goal of your mission is more important than any personal animosity. Please take into consideration that Dr. Higgins and his wife went through a lot, and all that stress could have taken its toll on their nerves. Damn, that says. We believe that you are able to ensure professional relations at the camp and guarantee that Dr. Higgins carries out his duties in a conscientious manner. 2 samples in the last transport were broken. You must therefore improve the procedure of their packaging. And I just wanted to go to sleep. And we're awake again. Each specimen is to be packed separately and secured from uncontrollable movement, unsealing of container, contamination or exposure to sunlight. Additional procedure aside, from 2 samples packed as usual, additional 2 are to be frozen, and someone from your team is to check if the refrigerator is sealed, as well as fastened on board the plane before it takes off. We cannot allow any samples to go to waste. Right, so it sounds like I was taking them with me. Cool. What's this one? How are we doing anyway? We're a bit... Oh, it must have been a muddy floor right here. Remind you of the obligation to examine every known species of local fauna and flora. In the last transport, we only received a handful of samples of flora. Yeah, oh, yeah. 2 samples of each specimen. Okay. So we need to find whatever goes in here. My guess it's going to be in all this. Go away. Alright. I don't think there was a place to sleep in there either, which was unfortunate. What about here? This is more like it. Alright, before we have a look around, let's have a little sleep. Come on, just keep going. There we go. Right, what we short on? A lot of stuff. Time for the military ration? I think it might be. I was expecting it to be a lot better than that, but anyway. Boots. Oh no, beds. I want to look in the bags. Can't really see anything here. Oh, another military ration. Why not? Take it again. There we go.
Alvarez, report number 3. Camp Omega is now up and running. I checked the perimeter with Vega and found nothing alarming. So far, we've both been guarding the camp in turns, switching every 6 hours. But starting tomorrow, he will be in charge of Omega, and I will move to Delta. We agreed to communicate on the radio on a regular basis every 5 hours. Most of the team is unproblematic, but I'm not sure if it was a good idea to take the Higgins with us.
The Higgins.
We've only been here a couple of days, and I'm already sick of the good doctor's ramblings. He is only focused on his wife. Vega and I will keep an eye on him. End of report.
How could he forget that he was with all these people? Anyway, main thing is we got to sleep. Now we're encumbered. As always. Evacuation order. Following reports of number 37 to 39 which confirm that the mission is futile due to the lack of the Y object, Omolu Corp aborts any works conducted in this area. Your orders are to evacuate the base. All units are to report on board of the plane at 1200 UTC on Thursday. Any delays or evacuation at a different time are not taken into consideration. All equipment is to be left in place. Once the members of the expedition return, they shall undergo a year-long quarantine to which they agree in their signed contracts. Any attempts to avoid or shorten the period of quarantine, refusal to undergo tests, or failure to submit final reports shall be treated as a breach of contract. The following are strictly prohibited: contact with the media, contact with people outside of the strictly specified group assigned to the project, contact with other research facilities, disclosure of any information regarding the task conducted for Omolu Corp. Breach of contract and or NDA shall be severely punished. Bring it.
Dr. Smith, report number 23. Again, it's about Higgins. His behavior is starting to spiral out of control, and his obsession with his wife's health is disrupting the team's work. Once again, I want to make it clear that I don't have the professional knowledge to diagnose him, but I suspect a mental breakdown. It's getting worse with each day. Should I put him on medication? We have some sedatives on hand. Please advise. Oh, I almost forgot. I've packed all the specimens according to the new guidelines. I hope this time they will reach their destination without any problems. End of report.
Is that where we... A1. So we're here. Is that the Omega symbol? Alright, so we came over. We're there. Why don't we go over to this island here? Well, at least we found some medical tents. Is the sun about to come up soon? Yeah. Alright. The plot thickens. Let's have a look on that. Yeah, so I'm going into madness right now then, I guess. Must be weird for him reading all this. He's not like reacting to it at all, which is strange. Change of reporting form. Due to problems with connectivity, all further reports are to be recorded as audio logs. Reports must contain a number, name of the person reporting, and location. There is no requirement regarding the number of reports. It should be adjusted to any developments. Audio logs will be collected once per week. Yeah. Audio logs will be described in detail, packed. Okay. Yeah, there's a lot of audio logs. Let's get this off as whatever it is. Can't see anything. There we go. Get up. Done. And we're still a little bit encumbered. Should I store the gold here? I don't know how heavy this gold is. How heavy is it? Oh, it's only like 1. But okay, the gold went right through there. I'll store it there. Watch me need it. I think we are at this one, right? Is that big island over there? Alright, let's go and have a look. That's it. It's gotta be. That's the bigger island out of everything. Just worried about the crocodiles. So what's on here? Is this where we can make the brew? Yep. Ah, here we are again. Yeah. Awesome. So make the brew here, go here, and then I guess try and find some of the stuff to do it. Oh, wait a minute. Found one bit. No space in backpack. Okay. Do you go here? I think you do. We've got the large tortoise shell. There you go. Can you find that now? Oh, take it again. Okay. Where's the psycho tree? I actually used it in the sample, didn't I? So I had some. I could have made that straight away. Oh, never mind. Never mind. I was going to give up. Back to Stonehenge. Let's get this off. We want our trip balls nice and clean. There we go. Oh yeah, the fire. We need to build a small fire first. There we go. Hopefully there's stuff in this. Yeah, there is. Come on. Sticks. Need some large sticks as well. Oh, we didn't get that. Oh, we got the small ones. And done. My hand drill's nearly ruined, but look at that. Oh, can we just get one more fire out of it? Shit! Oh no! Is it my? Oh no, it wasn't my hand drill. I think it was my energy that time. Oh, what gives me energy? It gives me sanity. Sanity. Anything for some quick energy? Oh, bagging us don't give me energy. Are you kidding? What if I just sleep for a little bit? I'm gonna have to make another hand drill anyway. Is it those two? Oh yeah. That was easy. What if I just decide I never do this, but what if I just sleep for a little bit? I don't like doing that, but times must. Come on. Oh. Here we go. Third time's a charm. Oh, would you dare? Would you dare? We're going across the water. I know where we're going. Lovely. Oh no. Oh no. I didn't think the anaconda was in this game. I thought it was just a show. Ah. Let's just get there, kid.
You know what the worst part about this disease is? The doctors gave me 6 months. How am I supposed to live my life when time is running out? How the fuck do I just can't. I can't do this anymore.
We're trying to discover
I wake up
if Jake hitting
next to you every day, knowing there's no future for us.
No cancer changes found, treatment.
I just can't take it. The pain? I want to end it and just be done. It feels like someone is holding my heart in an iron fist and I can't breathe. I just lie there and look at you.
Okay. Oh, I can't see anything. Must be something on this wall that I need to touch. The breakthrough in medicine, Omolu is going to heal us. Pharmaceutical company Omolu was the only one to convince Jake Higgins to share the secrets of eternal health and has immediately started developing a new drug. We are in for a real medical revolution. Higgins is the first man in the world who managed to get in touch with the previously unknown Yabahuaca tribe. Before he went to Brazil, he had to undergo a complete vaccination, enhance his immunity, implement a healthy diet, and take numerous tests to make sure he was in perfect shape. When it comes to tribes isolated from the world, coming into contact with a sickness brought from the outside, even a common cold could lead to the extinction of an entire village. Higgins, however, rose up to this challenge, and we should all be grateful. When he reached his destination, it turned out that all the preparations were unnecessary. In the book he wrote after his return, Higgins included a sensational claim. Reportedly, this native tribe never got sick. By doing so, he aroused hope among the sick. But the book was eventually a huge disappointment. As the author, he didn't reveal the true reason behind the natives' perfect immunity. Medical experts assessed that without evidence, his claims were nothing more than fairy tales. Luckily, Higgins also attracted supporters who saw the potential of his extraordinary claims. Omolu Corp managed to convince the traveller to share the knowledge he acquired. They were the only company in the world brave enough to launch unconventional research whose goal, among others, is to revolutionise cancer treatment. Soon, complicated surgeries and exhausting chemotherapy will become history. The fact that numerous copycats of Omolu Corp are trying to get the Yabahuaca at all costs seem to prove that Jake Higgins really discovered the secret of health. The interest is so huge that the Brazilian government had to start denying permits to venture into the tribe's territory out of concern for its safety. The authorities introduced special safety measures and created a reservation to prevent any unauthorized parties from trying to endanger the tribe. The Yabahuaca are under full protection. Thanks to Higgins and Omolu Corp, a revolution in medicine has been put into motion, which will lead to the elimination of previously untreatable and often lethal conditions. If it comes to completion, this will mean that an unassuming traveller will go down in history not only of medical progress, but also the entire human race. Let's go, Jakey boy! Save the world. Nobody believed that Jenkins really found a secret to eternal health. Today we know that thanks to his discovery. This is all after. A new better world. It's done. Omolu Corp has launched a new era, revolutionary drug. This is all after. It may be hard to believe the results. This is the future.
I can't blame you for the decisions you made. You chose me, not knowing the cost. Would you do it again? Or was the price of healing me too high?
Worth it? Did I heal you? Oh. Hey! Oh. Zuma, I don't feel so good. Is this what's gonna happen?
What price? What did we...
Yep.
What did I do? Tell me, please.
Speed more important than quality? Drug from Omolu Corp already available. Barely a year has passed since the Brazilian pharmaceutical company started working on a new revolutionary drug, and the medicine in question, this is a year, so not in the future, a year in the future, and the medicine in question is already in use and being administered to patients. The world's medical experts are outraged about the violation of procedures and express concern over the safety of patients. On Tuesday, the World Health WHO, what is that? I don't know, officially condemned the actions of Omolu Corp, which introduced the new drug into the market at such record-breaking speed. According to the WHO representative, it is impossible to conduct all necessary tests and adhere to international guidelines for new drugs in such a short time. Meanwhile, the President of Brazil has offered his support to this company, indicating that the drug has been approved for sale by the appropriate registration office. He also added that the gravely ill can't spare several years to wait for effective treatment. According to the CEO of Omolu Corp, K. Kwayatek, the drug was examined and is safe to use. It is also said to be exceptionally efficient against cancer. Supposedly, the medicine leads to a complete and swift recovery while also preventing recurrence and metastasis. This is why its rushed introduction into the market is supported by organisations from all over the world before a drug makes its way to patients. The development of any drug starts with searching for new ways to treat a particular sickness, conditions or symptoms. In the first phase, as many as hundreds or even thousands of chemical substances and compounds are examined for their healing and preventative potential. Next, out of that pool, a small number of the most promising ones are chosen. They undergo pre-clinical trials which are conducted on live tissue or bacteria. and take approximately 5 years. Yeah, this is a bit of money under the table here, I think, to get this thing through. It isn't until the next phase that the substances chosen from the initial pool are administered to people in a series of strictly regulated clinical trials, which takes up to 6 years. Only then can a pharmaceutical company apply for registration. The application is examined by a registration authority for about 1.5 years. Once approval is received, the production of the drug can finally be launched, then it is introduced onto the market. This isn't the end of the procedure though. Every official available drug is under constant strict supervision. Jeez, that's, how many years is that? 12 years? World Health Association? That is a long time. Unknown virus detected in Brazil. It has been a week since Brazilian hospitals shared information about the new occurrences of an unidentified virus. Today, a dozen cases have been reported. For safety reasons, the patients are isolated. Most of them have slipped into a coma and the doctors describe their condition as serious. Tests are being conducted to identify the virus and its mutations. Currently, the patients are provided with symptomatic treatment whose aim is to increase their comfort. Authorities urge citizens to show suspicious symptoms or have been in contact with an infected person to get checked in the nearest hospital. One of the first symptoms of the infection are high fever and pale blue subdermal lesions. The authorities also assure the public that the situation is under control and there is no risk of an outbreak. That's the thing, is you bring some, that was always the risk in it, that all the antibiotics and stuff that we have, you can build up an the viruses get better because of they have to go in line with the antibiotics. So the more antibiotics you take, the viruses just get stronger. Maybe that's what's happened. More infected with a new virus in Brazil. The situation in Brazilian hospitals is becoming worse. Over several dozen people died in connection with an unidentified virus. The number of diagnosed infections is on the rise. The hospitals are struggling to accommodate the incoming flood of patients. Initially, the sick were kept in isolation, but no hospital has a sufficient number of isolation wards for all the affected. Entire wards and even wings of hospitals are being turned into quarantine zones. It sounds like a damn outbreak. It's the have I created the apocalypse? Unfortunately, the efforts of the medical personnel may not be enough to prevent an outbreak. People in an advanced stage of illness are found at homes, in the streets and in public spaces, thus spreading the virus even further. The worst scenario is playing out in the poorest districts and favelas. Poor sanitation and access to healthcare, paired with a distrustful attitude of the citizens towards the authorities, make it even more difficult to contain the virus in these areas. The Minister of Health assures the public that several research teams are currently working independently to identify the virus. At the same time, a special investigative task force has been formed to determine the source and cause of the outbreak. The President of Brazil claims that the situation is under control, but is taking the citizens to follow strict safety measures and avoid public places if possible. Several big events were cancelled for safety reasons, and kindergartens and schools see a decline in attendance despite the reassuring tone of authorities. Brazil is on the brink of chaos. God, how much... I can't read anymore! I'm like fucking been at school! Oh... Outbreak of unknown disease spiraling. So not long ago, Brazil aspired to become the world's greatest superpower, but now it has found itself on the brink of total collapse. A mysterious disease has already cost Brazil the lives of 20 million... I've fucking killed 20 million people! The country is running out of its medical supplies and the government has lost control of the country. If the outbreak spreads beyond the borders, the crisis may consume the entire continent. Due to the tragic situation in Brazil, the neighbouring countries have introduced procedures that are meant to protect their citizens from becoming infected. Additional forces have been deployed to control the borders and official crossings have been closed. Runaways who are trying to escape Brazil legally are apprehended and sent back. The rest of the world has also introduced restrictions. Most airports have suspended flights to and from Brazil. It's hard to quarantine something like that though, because people don't start showing symptoms till later, so air travel and stuff like that. Some people have got out. A special conference organised by the WHO representatives from all around the world are debating how to stop the unidentified virus from spreading any further. One of the first propositions is to fortify the safety measures at the Isthmus of Panama. From a geographical perspective, it is the most convenient place to stop the outbreak because of the epidemic has already reached Colombia. Other propositions include building barbed wire entanglements, fences, or even a wall reaching from coast to coast. Trump would be proud. Engaging major military forces is being considered. It's easy to notice the helplessness of the WHA in the face of this crisis. All the solutions discussed so far are mostly aimed at protecting the countries that haven't been affected by the disease. No one has proposed the method of efficient treatment of the virus or containment of the chaos-ridden area. The first day of the conference has led to a disappointing conclusion, and the world still cannot feel safe.
They all believed this was the only solution. Shutting down airports, seaports, and now this? They are isolating the entire continent.
Way to go, Zuma. Just kill 20 million people. Oh, crap! I actually felt like I just got... Oh, what the... I felt like I actually felt that. Straight into the stomach. What the hell? Oh, it's all the bodies.
You think?
Oh, do I think what?
You think I was worth it?
Oh, buddy, what have you done? Oh, what have you done? That's in the future, though. That's in the future. Now I know where our tent is. They marked it on the map from the camp. How did they know about us? Did we work together? Mia, I'm on my way to you. The ceremonial place? Yeah, I must drink. We drank the hell out of that. Am I? All these people? Mia, I cured you once before. You can't give up now. I'll find a way. I have to. Where did you go? Killed everyone. This expedition, what is it? Is this where all the equipment from the airport went? Yeah. Well, now he's showing me all this. Is this camp the Omolu from my visions? They were trying to develop a medicine using the machine. The right ingredient needed to be found. Was I helping them? Everyone evacuated without the drug. But why? What did they miss? Oh. What? Nothing about what you just saw? Oh, mama, what a trip. Casually killed 20 million people, Zuma.